Well, we're over today over at Farlows today, and I'm going to do something a bit different, to be fair. I'm going to do a bit of feeder fishing, float fishing for the next 48 hours. I have got my big rods, my big waters and my 1.75s if you want to go fishing further out for bream and what have you, but I wanted to change. I bought a new feeder rod. So pretty much today I'm just going to be doing feeder fishing, float fishing, that type of thing. I will be reviewing that rod. I'm going to put it through its paces this next 48 hours. I will review it and then I'll let you know in a review later along the line on what the rod's like. It's a Free Spirit CTX. It's a 12-foot power feeder rod. It's actually very good. But anyway, less of that. I will really quickly tell you what I'm doing. What it is, I'm going to be fishing for the bream at range, 16 wraps. This is peg 40. I fished here before. When I had that hybrid, if you remember, about this time last year I think it was. So I'm also going to be fishing for the perch and the margins, because there's a nice margin here that I like. And I would have fished it last time I come, but somebody was already on. It's quite deep, it's probably about 8 feet deep, but it soon goes deeper. It's like 13 foot bit further out, so I'm pretty much on the ledge and the slope going down. So what I'm doing for that, I'm actually about to get my bait ready, and it's this. We are going to be using Sonia Baits worm fish meal. This is just the base. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Very straightforward. I'm trying to make a fishy smell, and I'm going to fish prawn, king prawn, raw king prawn over the top. You know, I might not catch snout, but I'm not going to go mad with a bait, but if I catch something, it's a bonus. I've got plenty of worm with me, so it doesn't really make no difference. Probably use about, let's say, nearly a kilo of that, so I've got a bit spare. The liquids I'm going to put in to the ground bait, I'm going to put water in it. 3 liquids. I've got the krill and tuna oil. I'm going to put a real little bit of that in because it stinks and it's awful. I've got liquid worm. I've got everyone's favourite, Predator Plus. So I'm going to squirt a bit of that in, and then I'm going to give it a good mixing up, and then I'm going to chop a load of worm, preferably a few casters as well. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to boil it up and chuck it out, and hopefully tonight, tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening and Thursday morning I'm going to put a float on that, see if I can catch one off a float. So it's going to be like a couple of days of a thing, see how we get on. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, something different. Not done a bit of feeder fishing for years. It has been quite sunny. It's bloody cold. Absolutely freezing. Absolutely freezing. So, and Farlows is quite quiet, to be fair. There's not a right lot of people on. I don't think I'll chuck it for a riddle, this. It stinks. So that's it there, look. Quite a dark mix. I want it too blatant. I am fishing spomming out at distance at 16 wraps. Some corn, casters, and a bit of ground bait mixed together. Trying to feeder fishing. So I'll chuck the maggot feeder over that. I'll show you the rigs and everything later on. Probably won't show you much tonight because it's getting on. I've got quite a few jobs to do before I can. I'll probably be fishing during the night for the bream. I think I've not had a sniff all day. I don't know what time it is now. Probably about 3 o'clock. The sun's about to go down. I've had nothing on the feeder, not a sniff, not even a tap. So it's like it always is, it's going to probably be a night job. So these are my king prawn. I'm getting through work these, cheaper. I've got a load of worm. I'm going to chop a load of worm up in a minute. Get some water. A bit of water in there. Right, that's probably about enough, I reckon. So I'm going to get this sorted. I'll speak to you all very soon. Like I say, I'm feeder fishing and float fishing. Got a few reviews for you to do as well today, so that's, well, tomorrow. And we'll see how we get on. It's just something different. I fancied a change. I want me to sleep during the night and fish during the day and part of the night. And I don't want to be bothered with the alarms. So I'm not. My rods are there. They're only there. They're not set up though, so I'll probably just carry on with this for a bit into dark till I get bored. So probably about 10, 11 o'clock, get my head down, get up early before first light, get my float rod back out with a big lobworm on it or a big piece of prawn, and hopefully catch a couple of perch. I know they're big in here, people have been telling me. The bailiff, last time I asked him about it a while ago, he's seen them over 3. So it's just a stab in the dark, to be fair. So let's see what happens. I'm glad to be out, that's the main thing. So right, I'm waffling. Speak to you all very soon. Christ, it's cold. Right, give you a quick update. It is freezing. If I'm truly honest with you, it's absolutely bloody freezing. What can I say? It's been dead. I've not put my big rods out at all. I've just been float fishing during the mornings, early morning, late evening. Well, as it's about to get dark for the perch. Just over here. No joy. I've seen nothing move, seen nothing jump. The carp angler were walking around this morning. He's been over at far side. He's had nothing. He's seen nothing. There's nothing showing. Sorry, I've caught a bird. I don't know if that counts. From 16 wraps out. Wanted to eat my maggot, so it got a shock. And that's pretty much it. Really, there's not been a great deal happening. I'm loving this rod though. This Free Spirit rod. It casts like a dream. You know, it's just. Really light, it's just a pleasure to use. I've caught a fish on it yet, caught a bird on it, but not a fish. So like I say, it's still early. It's about 12 o'clock now, I think. I've been at it most of the morning. I was at it most at night last night. Tipping. I've had no signs, nothing, no movement. Nothing at all. So it's just a case of keep going out, keep battling at it. My tactics are quite simple, to be fair. I've been using 2 sorts of feeders. I've been using the open-ended feeder with a lot of ground baiting and some chopped worm up. That was yesterday. That nothing. Same again, nothing touched it. And then I went over to the window feeder this morning with more chopped casters and worms in there. Same again, nothing. So for the third option, what I've done is literally just now I've changed over. I've gone onto the bullet feeder with the maggot feeder, what I use at, say, when I'm at linear fisheries. Same again, this is like my second cast, just with some maggots on and a chopped bit of tail worm. And that's it. It's just dreary. It's dead. There's nothing showing. The wind's blowing over to this part for today. temperatures are to get warmer as the day goes on into tomorrow, but obviously I'm going in the morning. So tomorrow night, even though I'm not here, it's going to get warmer. The guy I was talking to earlier on, he says last week fished quite well, but because of this cold spell this last few days, it's just killed it. And I think I've come at the wrong time. That's what it seems. But I always catch a bream at some point here. It just seems strange that now it's come about. You know, you don't get jack pike in the margins around here, but nothing. It just seems strange. Like I was saying before, the guy that come round from the other side, he had his deeper, and he says even with his deeper, he always picks up the odd pike, you know, in the margins or anywhere, the odd fish. Nothing, absolutely nothing. So it does seem a bit strange at the moment. So just have to wait and see. Go on, mate. Nothing. So yeah. Shockingly bad. But like I say, I still got a good 10 hours of fishing left. Well, I might even have 12 hours, yeah. I might go up till late in the morning. You know, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, might just call it quits, get some head down, go in the morning, but we can only see, can't we? I mean, I've got a few more video things to do for you, but I'll show you the rigs later on. I'm just hoping and praying that I catch something tonight, but it could be a blank, could be the first blank of the year. Was it the first or was it the second? Could be the second, I'm not so sure. I've always caught something this year. I've done quite well this year, to be honest. Yeah, it's December. You know, I've got to a new year, but this year's been quite good to me. The last couple of years have been a bit dreary. You know, I've caught fish, but not in the quantity or the quality as I've caught this year. I mean, I've had 2 good roach, over £2. I've had a good perch on my last session. I've had big bream. You know, I've had big tench. So it hasn't been a bad old year, really. So I suppose if I'm going to get a blank, I might as well be at the end of the year, and let's hope we don't follow on into the new year. I'm going to try and get down river as well before this year's out. Been meaning to do it for a while. I've been going down pre-baiting the river on a Sunday night. I'm not going to tell you where, but where I go, I've been baiting the river up and to go down on a Monday morning, but every time I've wanted to go down, we've had absolutely torrential rain pour down, and it's just absolutely obliterated the river. So it's just been a waste of time. But I'm hoping if this cold weather stays in for a couple of, you know, a few more weeks, a couple of weeks, I might start going back down on a Sunday night, chucking a bit more bait in for Monday morning, and then go down on a Wednesday before I leave on the Monday morning, Monday dinner time, put a bit more bait out, and see if I can get a few chub or a few barbel. But as it stands, it's looking a bit poor. I'll tell you one thing though, the weather is freezing. I mean, yesterday was bitter cold all day. I'm in the shade here, so it's still going to be cold. Even though the sun does get out, because I'm in the shade, it's still bloody cold. So, yeah. There's a lot of people come and gone this morning. Still a lot of free pegs. So that tells you a lot of things, doesn't it? I know it's winter, but Farlows is usually busy, and if it's not fishing right, you know, people don't come, do they? Well, the guy rocked up over there. Not a peg over there. There's some still in that peg actually. So it's just a bit strange. Anyways, instead of me waffling on, I'm going to make another brew because this is getting cold. Like I say, I'm going to do a few other little videos that people have been asking me today, so watch out for them. They'll be on the channel at some point, don't know when. Oh, it's a bloody bird. And you know, I think I'm going to do like one thing that I do get asked a lot is winter time clothing. You know, what makes me go out in the winter time when it's cold. Well, I'll explain that later in a video. And the other thing is, people want to know what rods I use, you know, what I use them for, this, that and the other, so I'll probably do a bit of a section on that. I want to do a review on the battery pack from Ridge Monkey and a few things from Ridge Monkey. I'll make that all into one, and with a bit of luck I'll catch a few fish to show you as well in this particular vlog. So anyway, at least I'm enjoying myself. I am happy. I'm out. I love being out in the winter and whatnot. So anyways, I'll speak to you all soon, hopefully with a fish. So I'll be happy, even more happy that I've caught a fish, or I might be glum. We'll soon see as the day goes on. I mean, it is quite bright. It's not bream weather. I was hoping to have even a little roach at do, but I'm not even had a little sniff from a roach. So I think the bream's going to be more tonight when it gets a bit darker, and if the wind picks up, that will be a good thing. I know it's to blow into here today and turn around tomorrow. So I think tonight is going to be the last chance scenario. If I'm going to catch one, it's going to be hopefully today, tonight. So, right, I've even dried my stuff out as well. That's how bad it's got. So, yeah, right. See you all soon. Speak English. Speak to you all soon. Right then, I don't know how much you can see of this, but the rig is one of them feeders. It's on a long hook link, and it's just on a big heli rig. But as you can see, the heli rig is very close to the feeder. I tend to find when you've got a longer hook link and you have it up the line, it tangles easier. It just doesn't fly better. So that's how I've done it, just like that. I thought I'd give you a quick show. I know you've seen it a billion times, and I was using one of these at the beginning. These are the Preston. These are the window feeders. Very good if on the day. I have used them before, but F weights. Springtime, I think it was springtime, they did quite well. But at the moment, it's this one, a long rig, and that. I've just put all my bait out. I'm ready to rock and roll. It's getting on. I'm going to cast this out really quick. I was watching my float, it's just there. I'm hoping to try and catch a late perch. And we'll see how we crack on. Oh yeah, you get, with a rod, I've got to show you, you do get a lot of curry tips. I think they all start off at 2, 3 and 4. This is a 4. This is the stiffest tip of the 2 because I'm casting quite away. So, right. So, that feeder was on first. No good. In the bin. Back on the maggot feeder. That is 45 gram. And it's casting it, no problem in this rod. Absolutely no problems whatsoever. So, right. That's it. I'm going to go get this rod back out. Speak to you all soon.